Hi everyone, my name is Farida, and today I will be guiding you into an art therapy exercise. This is to help you draw or paint your feelings. You don't need to have any art therapy background or skills to get into this. You only need to have your art supplies and an openness to maybe creating something new or try something new. So the art supplies that you'll need if you will be painting, you can use some watercolors, acrylics, gouache, or ink. You'll also need some brushes, and if you will be drawing, you'll need colored pencils, markers, or even any types of pastels, and you'll of course need a piece of paper or a surface to draw or paint on. But also this exercise can be done with any other supplies that you may have at home. You can use some cutouts from a magazine for a collage, you can use some drawing supplies, even draw on your iPad. So anything that you have can work for this exercise. So before I paint my feelings into paper, I like to take just a moment to ground and to take a breath in order to start to visualize the feeling that I want to put onto paper. I'm inviting you to first find a place that is free of distraction and have your art supplies ready, and start to close your eyes. And I invite you to start to tune into your breath and your body, becoming aware of any particular strong sensation you're feeling in your body and just trying to breathe into these spaces. And let's take 2 really deep breaths together. Take an inhale through the nose and out through the mouth. One more just like that, in through the nose, all the way down to your belly and out through the mouth. And start to feel a little bit more ease in your body as you breathe. And then I'm going to invite you to tune into any particular feeling that you're experiencing in this moment. You could be feeling some openness or excitement, or perhaps even a little bit sad or joyful. Whatever it is that you're experiencing or feeling, try to see where it is in your body. Start to visualize if that feeling had a form, what would it look like? If it had a shape, if it had a color. And become curious about the size of your feeling. Does it have a smooth surface, or is it a little bit more edgy and rough? And I really want you to remember this visual and slowly start to open your eyes. So now we're gonna go into the painting part of the process. So I want you to have your supplies ready and simply just start with the main color that you've seen you're feeling. So it could be a little bit daunting to start on an empty piece of paper, but I always encourage you to just go with the first color, go with the first stroke, and everything will kind of move from that place. And during my first steps, I just really like to keep that visual in mind. But then something happens when I'm making the painting. Sometimes doesn't necessarily depict exactly what I've seen, and that's totally fine. Part of this process is to play around with what comes up in your painting and letting the movement of your hands also kind of guide you into making your piece. Please, during your process, know that there is no wrong way of doing this. This is your expression, this is your feeling. Whatever you put on paper is meaningful and is completely unique to you. And if you ever feel stuck in your process, I like to remember, go with a pleasure principle. Whatever feels like it's a color that you really want to use, even if it's something that you didn't necessarily see in your visual, allow a bit of spontaneity or a bit of something to surprise you. So now that you're done with your painting, you can place your painting aside. And then something I really like to do to kind of ground myself after the experience, or even try to find the meaning or the message that is in this exercise, is to just grab my journal and start to kind of reflect on what I just made. 3 questions I like to reflect on are first to describe my painting. What forms do I see? And this is a way to just see the painting as neutrally as possible, and maybe it's even a chance for you to see something that you haven't seen before. The second thing that I like to reflect on is to look back at my process. How did I feel? How did it feel to start? Are there any feelings that came up as I was making this painting? Are there any memories or people or situations that I remembered as I was making this painting? The last question I like to reflect on is to simply see if I have learned anything new about myself, about my feeling from this process. I hope you enjoy this exercise as much as I do. You can save this video and utilize it for whenever you feel like you can put your feelings onto paper. This will look different every time, and it will have a different message and meaning. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video, and I'll see you next time.